Do you think it's weird that we put serial killers to death? No? Okay. It's just... No, just hear me out. I only ask because somebody got to kill all them, and it's usually the same person. So isn't an executioner just a serial killer that made it? Like, isn't he just like the industry plant of serial killers? Like, maybe not. I'm just asking questions. Okay. Y'all probably won't like this. Okay. I saw this story and it blew my mind. I still can't get over it. Okay. There was a guy in, I think it was Indianapolis in the 60s maybe, and he was essentially like, they didn't really have the words for it back then, but he was a serial killer, and he killed, and I think he killed and ate 8 women, right? And they caught him because he just got sloppy. He became a hoarder, you know what I mean? And it was pretty easy. Once they walked in, they were like, there is evidence everywhere. I am stepping in evidence right now. This is crazy. And so then they, gave him the perp walk, and newspaper took his picture and everything. And then they were interviewing. They did a bunch of follow-ups, and they were interviewing his friends and family and stuff like that. And then they interviewed one woman who he went on a date with between number 4 and number 5, and she was like, I thought we had a great time and went back to his place, and then he, was being all rude and everything, and then he ended up kicking me out. And I was like, wait. As I was reading it, I was like, is she mad she didn't get eaten? It's hard to get context through text sometimes, but she just sounds so indignant. I'm like, wait. She doesn't even sound like, oh, thank goodness. She's like, what's wrong with me? Like, why? Like, all right, I'm delicious, okay? I bit my lip the other day and it was fire, all right? You don't know what you missed. But yeah, she said that, went back to his place. They were chatting and everything, and then like, I don't know, he just, all of a sudden he was all rude and stuff, and then ended up being like, I think it's best if you just go home. You know what I mean? And there was a part of me that was like, look, maybe they were having a great date, great conversation, and then whatever was so special about this woman, he was like, I can't do it. I can't. She's too good of a person. Like, I got to get her away from me. Let me be rude. Let me just kick her out, something like that. Save her from me. But then the other part of me was like, no, I think this is the most annoying person that's ever lived. I think this dude is a serial killer, and he brought this woman home to kill her, maybe eat her, and then she just, at a certain point, the conversation is going so poorly, he's like, I can't even eat this bitch. Like, this... Like, showed a picture of her kissing her cat on the mouth or something. He was like, Some things are just disgusting, all right? Sometimes I really worry badly that we're like, as people, that we're lost. And that one of the reasons we're lost is that we don't really have any more like heroes to look up to. I mean, some people have heroes, but then the hero's like an actor, and I'm like, what are you doing? You want to be like the guy that pretends? You know what I mean? And just, I was thinking about it for a while over the weekend. Because what we used to have was very little access to anyone we considered a hero. And because of that lack of access, if you really wanted to know about this person, if they became famous enough in their own lifetime, there'd be a person that came, a writer that came and followed them around for years, maybe decades, and then they wrote a biography. And we didn't even give a second thought to how biased it probably was, or how much the writer may have come to love this person. We were just like, okay, wow, what a great human. But that's a problem. I don't even think that everyone makes it seem like Gen Z or Gen X or like millennials, all this stuff like that are so different. I don't think we are. I think every generation of people has always been hopelessly human. And now we just see all of it. That's what's so scary now, is that there are great leaders that may not get the chance because we already saw them not be like worthy. You know what I mean? We find out a lot of the stuff we find out about people now that we think are great after they died. And now we see all the stuff, we see all the mistakes happen in real time, and it makes people harder to follow. Do you really think you would have followed MLK if he did the Tide Pod Challenge? Do you think if a young MLK in high school was like, oh, all right, this is Martin here. We about to see what it do. And then 5 years later, he's like, march with me. They might beat our ass, but come on. No. I'm scared that's what's happening right now. I think that there's a brilliant, young, but smart for her age, wise old soul. There's a incredible person out there right now, a young Angela Davis right now, twerking. And like feet on the wall too, like nasty stuff. And then 20 years from now, when she's ready to lead a revolution, there are gonna be people that are like, this you? This you with the booty? It's like, yeah, it was a different time. It's like, nah, I've seen it now. Yeah, this was tough. That's what we're all like. That's what's so scary. It's like, that's why it takes so much faith to follow a person, but it's hard to have faith when you've just been exposed to all this stuff. I'll tell you what, I was in a TSA line behind someone. I won't say who it was, but it was someone who I respect very much for her work, right? And this didn't change how I felt about her. It's just what piqued this idea in my head, okay? She was in line ahead of me in TSA, and both of our bags got flagged, right? And so then they were doing her bag first, but I was standing kind of like near her because my bag was next. And I was like looking at my bag being like, what did I do? You know what I mean? Because when they flag it, you're like, I don't own a gun or anything, so like, what could this possibly be? And it's always water. It's water every time. It's water every single time. It is water. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, there's no way I could have let my box cutter fall into my backpack. And also when your bag gets flagged and you're just like black, you do just start wondering what could happen. You're like, all right, but could somebody have put something in my bag while I wasn't looking? Or like, started adding up the jail time and everything. So I'm standing next to her, and then they open up her bag, and there's a buzzing, and so the guy is like terrified, right? Because as soon as he unzips the bag, because at first he's like chill, he's like that deadpan, like, are there any sharp objects or things that could hurt me when I put my hand in? And she was like, no. And then she's like staring at the bag while he's unzipping it, and then there's a buzzing, and the buzzing is like really strong, and it's buzzing so hard. Now he has to look, and he's like, do you know what that could be? And she's like, no, I have no idea what that could be. And she's like, my alarm is on my phone. I don't know what that could be. And so now this dude, and this is where you could tell that TSA doesn't get trained. They don't get trained for the bad stuff to really happen like that. And so then TSA, this dude over here, the bag is right here, right? This man puts a back foot, like he took a step back and bent his knees like he would run. And I'm like, but then what are we supposed to, because you're not telling us to back up. And you're not calling for backup. You just over here unzipped it through the flap. And then he starts taking some of her clothes out and everything, take some of it. And like, when I tell you, like, look, I know it's gonna sound like I'm being hyperbolic, but I'm being like genuine. When he goes to lift like another clump of clothes, because you know, they're not careful when they do this. They're not like, oh, you folded everything so neatly. I'll just take 3 shirts at a time and move them out of the bag. They just grab and so he goes to grab, and when he ended up grabbing, what he grabbed was whatever was buzzing, and so then it was in his hand for a second, and then this man audibly screamed, right? So then he over here grabbing stuff out of her bag, and then he grabs it, and you can hear it gets louder when it's in his hand, and he pulls it, it's like, and he's like, oh, oh! And then this vibrator went to town on that table. I've never seen, because it wasn't, okay, I don't know how she used it. This seemed like, maybe I'm just vanilla, but I wouldn't be able to handle something like this because it was jumping on, so it wasn't just moving along the table. It wasn't just, this thing was fully like, this motherfucker started breakdancing on the table. And then she was like, oh, that's my, he's like, I know. And now he got his gloves, but then even with the gloves, he seems scared to touch it, right? So then he gets it and like, I'm not acting like I would have known how to turn it off right away. But this really was getting away from him. Like, it really was like he finally grabbed it and he over. I've never seen someone try to do police brutality on a bike, because he tried to she tried to choke the life out of it. And then he finally accidentally turns it off. And he breathing all hard like, is there anything else in there? And she was like, no, that's the only one. And he's like, all right, you're good to go. Puts in, then and it did make me laugh at the moment. Like, so not only did he put it back in the suitcase, but then he really like put her clothes back like he was trying to kill it. Like he was. And when I bring the story up, like I said, it didn't make me judge her as a person. I still very much respect her. I'm just saying, if she were to lead a revolution tomorrow, I'd be like, all right, but are we going vibrator first? Because like, I just know that about you now. You know, I hope that's gonna lead the charge. You all have been phenomenal. Thank you so much. I'm Josh Johnson. You have a good night. Cool. My friend joined a cult, and we don't know what to do. Because he joined a cult, which is a big deal for that cult. Cults don't get a lot of black people. Like, that's a big, you're cool now. Like, you're official. We've co-signed on you, you know? And we looked up the cult, like you do, because every good cult has a website. And when we looked up the cult, through very little research, we found that there are only 3 members. And one is the leader. So you're really just 2 guys doing a dude favors. Like, you're not a full cult. Like, that's not, if you have a religion that can't help someone move a pool table, it's not a religion. I don't think it counts. We were worried, and then we were like, we'll let them figure it out. You know what I mean?
That's your God, Steve? Dude's name is Steve. I don't know. I mean, I kind of thought that maybe if we like intervened, it would help, you know, but then he was just like, he didn't want to go home, and we're like, all right, just stay at Steve's house. Like it was like such a anticlimactic feeling to like try to chase him down, to like pull him away, because it wasn't Scientology, it wasn't like any of this other stuff. It was just a guy, and Steve was like, hey, you can go if you want. Like, it was literally just Bart can't make up his mind. I don't know. I can't judge him though, because I used to think that I was psychic. I used to think I was psychic all the time, because I didn't know the difference between being able to see the future and having common sense. Like, I thought I was psychic because my friend from Chicago called me in a panic, right? Because he was like, I just got my girlfriend pregnant by accident. We don't know what to do. And I was like, oh, dude, I knew you were going to do that 6 months ago when I saw you walking around with no case on your phone. It's an $800 phone, and you're just going to walk around caseless? Like, that's crazy. Glass versus the ground, you're going to take your chances? Of course you're not wrapping it up, you know? That's crazy, just the tip. The tip is where the people come out, stupid. I don't know. Because I don't even know if I believe in evolution anymore. Let me see. I believe in evolution up until this point, but I think we're done. I think this might be it. Because you evolve from necessity, and we've run out of necessities. Like, even if your phone never gets another update, we're like, fine. You know, I don't know how to grow food, and that's been fine the whole time. In fact, everywhere I go, the food was nice enough to kill itself before I got there and be ready for me. I didn't even know cows had a face until like last year, you know? So if we're gonna evolve as a species, not just like, you know, like our stuff and everything, like, because this is the best stuff in the history of stuff. If we're gonna evolve as like people, right? I think it's really up to ladies to keep humanity honest, because we're the only species where the females mate with the weak. We're the only one, all right? Like, if a deer's limping into the woods, all the does aren't like, but I love him. They let that die every time. We're the only species like, oh my God, he's going to art school, he's trying. No. Let him go. That's how you get me. Do you want more me? Do you want more like, guys, we gotta go see Green Lantern. I heard great things. Like, no one needs. You know what I mean? It's only humans. And I know it's not, like, I'm not judging anybody else because I'm not at the top of like the alpha line. I had to return a jar of pickles to the grocery store because I couldn't open it. So like, I know I'm not like prime real estate, you know? It's just what has to happen. Because we do so many things just because we used to do them. That's crazy, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it's like here, but in the States, we drug test a lot. Like, for your job, they give you a drug test before you can start the job. If you don't know somebody's on crack, you shouldn't be the one hiring people. You know what I mean? I can spot a crackhead a mile away, you know? Just like dancing, trying to sell you something you don't need. Like, here's a tire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's drugs. No, you can't work here. You're on the drugs now. Come back when you're a little sober and don't do the drugs here and I'll give you the job. Because most jobs are too easy. You know what I mean? That's why robots are replacing us. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes people get mad at automation. I'm like, well, dude, what were you doing? The thing that doesn't speak English was like, I got this. You know what I mean? A robot that's just like washing a dish is like, yeah, it's really not that hard. You know? I've had this thing that has been weighing on me, and I don't know, you know what I'm talking about, because you're also, you know, black. You know what I mean? Like, you get it. I'm gonna tell them something, and I know it's a secret between us, but I need to let them know. Black people, a lot of us, not all, but most, believe in a conspiracy theory that Tupac is still alive. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but it's a thing. And it really bothered me, because I'm like, no one ever says that about Biggie. He died too, around the same time. Same mysterious circumstances, but everybody's like, nah, Biggie is gone, all right? Biggie cannot be helped. Because deep down, we know if it wasn't bullets, it would have been butter. Like, we know. Come on. Look at how he was living, on and off the streets, you know? In and out of the kitchen. But I'll tell you a conspiracy that only I believe, all right? This is just me. I'm not gonna put this on all of us. It's just me, you know? I believe that Biggie's spirit is alive and well in Paula Deen, all right? Like, look at the recipes, all right? Tell me that's not a black man just sneaking in. Listen to, like, her, when she gives out a recipe, she's always like, oh, that's Biggie. He's in there. Guys, I'm Josh Johnson. Thanks so much.